So, uh, so yesterday then that was the continue of yesterday's topic. That to say, uh, at the Ganapati's exalted Ganapati's Hat Dharani, it says here. Thus I have heard the conquering and abundant transcendent one. Okay, so now this is to explain that the Buddha himself, he has conquered his own mind. So this is known as the supreme victorious one. Okay, the supreme. To explain is a supreme victorious one. He has conquered his own mind, and he is conquering our mind. Okay, it is not a war or a test of will, but it is uh, that the guru himself, for the very purpose is to show us the state of our mind. Oh, what is how should we understand the state of our mind? We should understand the state of our mind, or how is our mind? How is the quality of our mind? It's like a small, like a pond or a lake. When there is a water, we feel we are filled with water and we are very strong. And then when the wind blows, then there are waves and ripples, so the movement on the surface of the water. That shows that when we feel that we are strong, and when we feel that we are right, and we feel that we have whatever we think and want, what happens is that we are also going to have a lot of disturbance of our mind. Okay? There is a great movement and the disturbance in our pride and our ego. So that is why, in the first place, Dharma is not the Dharma teaching is not something that everyone can accept in the beginning, because actual real Dharma practice in the beginning is great suffering. Not that it will bring you physical suffering, but it will bring you a clash of the titans in terms of one's own mind. For example, if one buys something, so now I ask you something. Should one buy something without having enough money? Should one buy something without having enough money? Should we? But what is the nature of society today? We are buying everything not having enough money. And we have gone to the extreme where it is a natural to be borrowing money. If you don't borrow from bank, then borrow from friends. Isn't it? Right? So then it is a totally big mistake. Okay? Because after a while you may think of having one, and then having another one, then having another one. So when we say, yesterday I explained, what is true wealth? What is the real nature of being abundant? Okay? Being free and having a lot of riches and having a lot of abundance is when he or her has no more wants. No more greed and wants. Right now, for us, it is almost impossible to say that we don't have any wants, we don't have any needs. We all have wants and we all have needs. But it is how much we want to value the quality of our life. For many of us, you are rich, but are you valuable? Okay? Are you of value? You may be rich, but are you of value? Why do I say that? Or let me translate this in Chinese first. 你有钱，可是你值不值钱？ Okay? You are rich. You have house. You have car. You have more than one house, more than one car. But is it valuable? Because your house, your car is bought with borrowed money. It's not yours. Our life, in totality, the norm of society today is no more as a matter of fact, based on actual morals, but a society that believes in papers and plastics with numbers, and that some people who have the ability to manipulate more things and this and that things, and the rest of us, we have no choice but to follow. We are at the mercy of those who are more, who feel that they have the power, or in the eyes of a bodhisattva, more cunning. Who is there to say what is of the value of gold? You know, my relative was saying that in Indonesia there is one kind of stone called the sunstone, right? And then over there, it's like so many, it has no value. Okay, no value. Chinese call 太阳石. Oh. Then mainland Chinese suddenly look at it and say, hey, quite cute. Huh? And they started to take blocks and pebbles of it, and then they start putting it on walls and cutting it, and because they're telling people it is so nice. Actually, anything when you give it exclusiveness, put lights, shining, decorate, you become nice. What does it mean? It means anything will shine if we put in efforts. So that thing, from being worthless, suddenly skyrocketed to become 20 US per kilo. From something, is nobody cares. Nobody cares. To become 20 US per kilo. And suddenly the whole area where that thing may be abundant, suddenly, everybody, from caring for each other to fighting each other over the stone. So is there any more meaning in such a life? Okay? The purpose, I'm happy that you are here to listen to the Dharma. The purpose we are here to listen to the Dharma is because we know we need values. Moral values and spiritual values. And it is that one that will cause us to transform deep inside. From deep inside and not from outside. Not from outside. It has to be from inside. Then when we change from inside, things will become so much easier. Okay? Rather than we are just chasing. Is keep on chasing to make that person happy. Keep on chasing. Just some people, they always wonder, why is so Lama, Rinpoche, why is so difficult to make you happy? Everything I do, you say not right. It's because you are doing not for the sake of all beings. You are just doing for the sake of wanting to make one Lama happy. And it's not right. We are here to learn the Dharma, not for ourselves to have intelligence or to have pride, but truly to try to manifest from inside ourselves to become a deeper and a better person. Not because, really not because of the the reason of using whatever, to become, I know who and who, I know so and so, I'm more special, I'm more rich, I can pull string and make things happen and stuff like that. Okay? So when we are here, when we say abundant, the conquering and abundant transcendent one. Okay? That means the Buddha has no more wants. And he sees value in whoever makes whatever offering, because that offering he sees as an offering from the heart. That's why yesterday I explained. Sentient beings see Buddha because they see the Buddha as being pure, as being this, as being that. But Buddha don't see sentient beings. People chase after Buddha because they want all his values, all his blessings, all his things that can those, because they don't have, because they want the byproduct. They want to be rich. They want to be happy, but they do not know what happiness is. That's why you see meditators and lamas or whoever, they are happy. But when you do the same thing, you are not happy. Why? It is because you didn't do it with her. You didn't have the patience to do it with a patient and an open, accepting heart. We always only want to do many things because of the heart that we want, how we want things to be. It must be according to my way. Then I will be happy. This is how many ordinary people are like. This is not correct. This, if the gurus were to give in, for example, one person may be used to the way of he or she talking like that. Then when the person knows the Lama or whoever, then become friend, beginning, oh yes, they are more careful, they talk nicely. When they become friend closer, they talk nonsense. So, should the Lama or should the teachers practice patience and allow the students and the disciples to misbehave? What do you think? Or should the teacher teach the student? How many of you think the teacher should be patient? Or how many of you feel the teacher should teach the student? Okay. So let's explain. Most of you don't even dare to reply. Let's understand. In Mandarin, there are two words for the word teacher. Three words, of a few terms actually. But generally, there are two terms to state what we call master or guru. In fact, actually, in terms of the Chinese tradition, which now many people don't understand, they just treat it as like a term like calling teacher. Today, there is so much problems in this world, so much unhappiness, and so much craziness. It is because people have no more respect for each other. The term that is generally used to understand as a teacher or guru, okay, is 师父. Okay, even as a Confucian teacher, there is a saying, okay, once the person becomes your teacher, even for a day, that taught you something meaningful, that person is like your father, becomes your father. Okay? So that explains the term 师父 as guru, teacher, father. Teacher, father. Teacher whom you are like my father. You are my father. 师父. You know, right? 师父, right? Everybody calls 师父, 师父. But what is 师父? I like you, you are my 师父. I don't like you, you're not my 师父, you know? It's like that shows what it is like today. People who don't have respect for their fathers. Maybe they didn't have good fathers. Maybe their fathers didn't teach them. Or their grandfather didn't teach their father. Whatever. We don't need to follow everything exactly like the Western culture. Where the father brings the kid up to 16 or 18 years old, then kick the child out. We don't need, we are also naturally, maybe because of our Asian culture, we like to live together, band together. Okay? But maybe other culture not like that. So in the Western culture, they believe in themselves more. Okay? So whether they are good or bad person, they have to learn from themselves. So for them, their master is called, who do they respect more? They respect the other 师父, means professional. You know? What is the different handwriting? Do you know? Huh? You don't know? Okay. You go find dictionary. Okay, use your handphone, type 师父. You will see the other 师父 turn up. That is called professional. Western education go towards specialization and professionalism. Because they need to look after and become very good in that one particular thing. Then the whole world thinks that that is the right way. But in our Asian teaching, from Confucius to Buddha to Mencius, whoever, the great teachers of the past, the sage of the past, our thinking is 师父, the teacher who is like a father for all beings, that love the student like the child. That is called 师父, not professional. Do you understand? Okay? So we translate as professional versus holy teacher father. Holy father. Or, teacher father. Which we in Sanskrit call guru. You understand? You have your handphone with you, right? Press now. Type 师父. See which are the two 师父 that turn up. Then I want you to write it down. 师父 versus 师父. Professional versus teacher father. Oh yeah. Can you see there? On the screen? The one on top is professional. Or accordingly to the Western belief is specialization, professionalism, isn't it? Right? But in Asian, our teaching, father not perfect. It is based on love. There's no perfect father, but no perfect father that can do everything. But there is a perfect father because he loves us and he teaches us morals and values and teachings. That is what makes us respect our ancestors, respect our fathers, respect the teachings, and that's why we have something that other culture don't have. There is an offering of tea, a kneeling down in front of teachers. But according to the Western culture, is paying money, professionalism. One is for making a living, the other is for teaching values. Do you understand the difference? Right? So when we look at that, we must appreciate Lord Buddha as the Holy Father. Father and Guru and teacher. That's why he is known as the teacher of gods and men. He has abundance, the abundance of love for all of us, without wanting or needing anything from us. We eat, whatever we eat that we grow comes from where? Where does it come from? Earth. Does earth ask for anything from us? But do we pollute the earth? There's no respect for earth. Which is the same, mother do everything for us. Does mother want anything back from us? But we don't respect mother. Therefore, when you don't respect the mother, how can there be any respect for father? Father is heaven, mother is earth. This is something maybe other teachers won't teach you. But I want to teach you this point because we must know and learn from the fundamental base and basics. That's why if we look around in today's world, everything is based on professionalism. If that person is good, he get respect. That means then what he say will carry weight. What if when you make a one mistake, everybody blame and scold that person? Correct? Correct? So which means the Chinese word 听 繁体跟简体听 Let's look at the first word on top 听 一个口一个经 Whoever has the mouth and dare to talk carry weight. Okay, for those who are Indian or other race, then you got Chinese class. Okay. So this is the first one on top. Okay, there is a square. That is the mouth. The other one that is like the other one is ting. The other one is jing, which means grams or weightage. Whoever. So this word ting means listen. The modern word for listen has changed to listen to the professional. Can you see the difference? The top one. Now the bottom one is the ancient Chinese. Let's look at the ancient Chinese. Okay. Yeah. On the left side, there is the word ear. Okay. The word ear. Below the word ear is the word king. Above, on the right side, on top, there is a letter 10. Below the letter 10, there is the word eyes. Mu. Below the letter I, there is a letter 1. And below the letter 1, there is a heart. Understand this to listen. You have to listen with your ear, which is the king. For you have to use 10 eyes with 1 heart. Then listen. Do you understand now? When you listen to the guru who is the father, or the father who teach, the 师父, or who is the father and the teacher, you have to listen with ear. Listen like you're listening from the king's decree, with 10 eyes and 1 heart. But today, it has become the top one. Whoever got mouth can talk. So listen. Whoever is rich, listen to him. Whoever is professional, listen to him. So which ends up, Like a joke, they joke that at the end of Qing dynasty, okay, whoever has the money to pay the lawyer can twist and turn the words. And then after that, he'll win the case. So that's why it came out, the left one, the short one, short term, a short form to say that the left is whoever has got weight, okay, and can buy to make things happen. Ting. Now you understand the difference? Okay? I want you to know what is the difference. Now we only using the word listen, ting. So that means when we listen, we must listen with 10 eyes and 1 heart. That listen as though we are hearing it from the king. Then we are listening with our heart. And then we will remember in our heart. If not, there's a total degeneration. There's no point teaching because it becomes, only to make the teacher famous or no, then using money to pay the teachers and this and that. There's total sadness. This, we have to be here. I don't know about other place, but at least here, I want this ancient culture, tradition, custom to go on. That is why I make myself teach 2 times a week. And much more. Okay? When we say a person is emotional, what happens when a person is emotional? Cry, right? Usually. Correct? So that is to mean when the lake is or the pond is full, it has water. Okay? It is the pond full of water, full of tears, that is filled with emotions. We have to practice. Like now when there is a drought, the water evaporates and then you can see what is at the base, at the bottom of the pond. What is in the bottom of the pond is important. Then we can see what is our real nature. We have to see what is our real nature. Then we can make the necessary evolution. OK， 知道自己的根基在哪里，就有机会慢慢的有所改善，成长改善 ，evolution 成长，OK， this is a very important thing that we are here when we listen to the Dharma. Maybe just say, we come here to listen, and then after that, end of the day, go home. If what he say I like, I listen. Not happy, then after that, gossip. Then after that, go home. This is not right. Okay? So this is something that as a base, everybody must understand. So this is the short one I want to talk about the Ganapati. This the explanation yesterday. So when we talk, you see, when Buddha he don't have any wants, he don't have any needs. But we are the ones that we have all the wants and needs. That's why Buddha gave all these mantras. All the mantras or the sutras. If you want to, you see what we want. Huh? Let's turn to the next page, the back page. You see? Let's read out together. 1, 2, 3. Ananda, of a good lineage, monk, nun, layman, laywoman, or any individual who intones this heart essence of Ganapati every day will have bliss and happiness in this. Stop. Bliss and happiness in this life. What is your bliss and what is your happiness? Is it going to be the same? Huh? Yeah. Ani Choki, she asked her to eat Indian food. 2 days she died. But for me, I eat Indian food. Oh, so nice. Right? But if you ask Indian to eat Chinese food continuously for 3-4 days, they die. Oh, must have some spice. That's so nice. Isn't it? Correct? So whose bliss? Whose bliss and whose happiness? What is bliss and what is happiness? But Buddha was compassionate. He did not say that what is the right bliss. He gave that may you have your bliss and your happiness. Continue, please. Please read out loud again, louder. Again, they will. Stop here. The suffering of poverty and destitution will not happen to them. Now I want to ask you, what is your understanding of suffering and poverty and destitution? What is your understanding of poverty and destitution? What is poverty? Huh? Poor. Destitute? Homeless. Living in the streets. Wanting everything, needing and wanting things, isn't it? Yeah. Actually, I want to tell you, the secret meaning is, the poverty are those they are poor in heart. Many people want wealth, but they are poor in heart. They have wealth, but many wealthy people today have wealth, but not rich in heart. Poor. So much money, but poor. Don't know how to share, don't know how to love, don't know how to care, don't know how to listen, don't know how to hug, don't know how to touch, don't know how to just be there. Everything must be, I have money, listen to me. So this is known as the poverty here. You understand? I don't know about you. When I was young, I lived in the old Singapore with my grandmother in the kampong. My grandmother was poor in wealth, but she was the richest and the biggest hearted woman in my eyes. Okay? Whatever the neighbors had extra, they would give her. Whatever she had extra, she would give them. And my great-grandmother, who was sitting always at the back of the house, there was like a cheap rice from the provision shop. And then there were some poor people. And then, you know what? She was very old already, my great-grandmother. She would sit there and use a bamboo tray, pour all the rice out, and then take out all the stones, the little pebbles, the little stones, and the husk of the rice out, and slowly make the not so good rice and become very good rice. My great grandmother. I thought there's a great heart. And then after that, give away. Giving away and this and that. They give some extra vegetable, they give them the rice. Right? But now we have everything, but we are so poor in poverty. Right? What is the most important thing you feel now? Huh? Money? Or time? Money or time? Some say time is money. Huh? You think about this. The most important thing is our heart. It's not about time, it's not about money. Now everybody got anything, first thing what you reply, no time. No time. You got time to go to my guru say, you got time to die. You got no time. You got time to die. No time to get sick. No time to live. That thing hit me very hard when I was 17, 18 years old. My guru told me. My guru is he's very direct, He's a no-nonsense man. But he is a man with a golden and jelly heart. So, and what is destitution? Most of us are destitutes. We are rich in wealth, but we are poor in heart. We have beautiful house, but that we are destitute. We have destitute in a way that we are so real destitute people, they will actually gather together and look after each other. The homeless people. But nowadays we don't even know how to take care of another person. 照顾都不会照顾另外一个人，所以我们变成是像乞丐。How do you say destitute in Chinese? Huh? How do you say destitute? Huh? 什么？落魄啊？乞丐啊？I don't know. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So what is Thekchen Choling all about? What is Thekchen? What is Thekchen mean? Thekchen means 大乘, means big heart, not small heart. Those who have a small heart sure suffer. That's why we say, when you come and you really want to learn the Mahayana, surely you will go through, we will all go through suffering. Surely. But in time, it will grow. But we must allow it to grow. Now, let's continue. Please don't mumble. Please read again. Okay, stop. Do you know what you are reading? Do you know what you are reading? Do you know what you are reading? Words. You are just reading words. If the emperor has an imperial edict and a minister that reads out the emperor's words, how would the minister read it out? Huh? With a glorious voice and energy, isn't it? These are the Buddha's very own words. And we mumble. So how can we become great and glorious like him? Buddha didn't need us to glorify him. In many other religious cultures, glory to God, glory to this and glory, and then we offer praise and glory and this one. Buddha no need. What makes glorious? Our practice. You understand? When you want to have the lion's roar, that means you must know you are reading, you are lending voice, giving voice to the great word of the Buddha, the lion amongst men. Don't mumble. You take the thing, first of all, you look down, you cannot even make your voice come out. Sit straight. Respect the sutra. Lift it up and read. Who doesn't have it? Is there any more? Please read again, Ananda. Okay. So you see, the sufferings of poverty and destitution will not happen to them. They will be pleasing and delightful to all people. When you are wealthy in your heart and when you are not poor and selfish like a destitute person, okay, Destitute people, they don't have anything, they will also want to have everything, isn't right? But right now, it's like now we don't have any love and care, so we keep on grabbing more love, more care, more lovers, more husbands, more wives, more people to listen to me, more staff, more house, more companies, more this, more that. Do you understand? So they will accomplish all their endeavors. That means once you have that, you will what is it that you will accomplish? You will accomplish all that you have transformed. OK， 你能够改变你的心，所有一切都得圆满。OK， no matter what they are and their aspirations too, both in this life and the next life, they will not lack wealth and resources. OK， 所以有所求 ，OK， 有所求有所修哦，你所做的一切，不止这一世，来世都得圆满。OK，resources 得为扶持以得贵。OK， 贵 is elegance or support. Can be used in the 贵人 means people who support you. OK，or贵 means elegance. 有一些人有富无贵，有一些人有贵无富。Some people they say 富贵 means those who have wealth, but they are not elegant. That means they are the cost rich. Some people they have culture. And have culture, they not necessarily be rich, wealthily, but they have a culture and elegance, and they have what do we say, courtesy and the manners. Okay? So I'm not going to talk about this thing anymore. I'm going to talk about, before we go to the final, that is the chanting this Medicine Buddha Sutra, Puja. I'm going to talk about what I want to say tonight is called 念经. Please type 这个字念经出来. We know how to chant. Okay? And in the Chinese word, we call 念经. 对吗？对不对？汉字为念经. But what does the term 经 mean? Jing. First of all, we must understand the word 经. Okay? We must understand the word 经. 何为经? 经 to understand, okay, 要了解这个经是叫做好笑吗？ To understand the word 经就是已经发生或者是经过经验 means experience. When the Buddha gave teaching, he is teaching from his own experience. He is not telling you story or make up story or make up or conjure something this and that. Whatever Buddha told you was something whatever Buddha taught or told us was from his own heartfelt experience. Not something that he says that, it is like this and therefore we must pray like this or we must do like this. No, Buddha said, I've been through it all. That's why it's called 经. 已经的经，明白吗？ Okay? Yeah. So when we must appreciate the Buddha's teaching as his experience from the 3 great eons he practiced, he cultivated, and he attained the so-called perfection of experience. And then he awakened, woke up, and then he said, Now I teach. I share with you. See the sutra as he's sharing from his own experience. Then that is called living Buddhism. 明白吗？ OK， 活的佛教，它不是叫我们烧香拜拜，它是为经，不是旨，不是圣旨意，是经念。Not an imperial edict from some king, but he was a man, awakened man who was speaking from his own heart and his own experience. You understand? So now, when we say nian, the word on the left, nian, has a few meaning. Okay? But I will focus on the meaning right now called recitation. Okay? Nian means to recite it out loud. Nian 出来, recite out loud. Nian has composed of two words, now heart. 精心. That when we are studying, that means we must focus our heart to be in a present moment. Nian. But now when we chanting or studying, our mind, butterfly here, butterfly there, fly here, fly there, rocket here and there, aeroplane everywhere. Okay? 为念经 means to focus now, right now, on the experience of the previous or the sagely ones or the experienced ones, which even in the worldly terms follow the professional. Focus on experience. You understand? 念经 can also mean focus on the experience. Concentrate on the experience. So when we are reciting or chanting, we must focus and feel the words. Okay? The intent of the master who wrote this puja text or Lord Buddha when he was teaching us these teachings. Do you understand now? Okay? 这为念经，不是读经 not read. 读 is read. 念 is to focus. Okay? That's why we have another word 意念写出来意生意的意身口意的意放在那个念的前面意你这样一个意字就可以了In our mind, our word mind, okay, mind has the three words standing, okay, standing, talking, heart. The top word is standing, li, okay, yeah. The second, the middle part is not ri, but yue. Yue is talking, yue, okay. Then bottom is heart. To means stand firmly to speak your heart. Your mind, that is called our mind stand to speak our heart. That is called good mind. You understand? Okay? That's why we say 生意 business. When we say business, 生意 means 生 means alive or dynamic. Dynamic mind. Business in Chinese word called dynamic mind. 生意. If you are not dynamic, your business will die. Okay? So now we say 意念. 意念把经字盖掉. 意念. It means these two words together, it means our mind. 意念. Okay? Stand and speak our mind, focusing on our heart. Both, now you see, 意念, both at the bottom word has the word heart. That means whatever we do, we must learn from the heart. Focus on the, which means intention. Motivation and intention is very important. Why are we doing this? The focus is always to the intention. Don't be, the bottom. You see, the first one, the 意字, the bottom is look. You see, in Chinese, we always, you see, in Western ways, we always look from top to bottom, right? Correct? But in a Chinese word, okay, in the meaning, when you want to study the meaning, even in the ancient I Ching classics, okay, we always see from bottom to top. You know why? You want to know why? Why? Because all things grow from bottom to top. Isn't it? Tree grow from the earth to the sky, isn't it? You also grow from short to tall, isn't it? So why you grow from top to bottom? Only sky drop from top to bottom, rain. You understand? So whatever we focus at the bottom line is in the heart. We must focus on our heart to speak and be firm. That is our mind. And our heart to focus on the now. 意念 means to focus on our intention and motivation. This is called Dharma. Okay? You understand? 明白吗？啊？听懂了吗？啊？哦，参的中国人多了，那就听懂了吗？啊？ Okay? This is a very important. When you look at E, the bottom is heart, second is speak, third is stand. So it means the first one is first to recognize the intention of the mind. When they speak, then you stand firm. That is, you speak from the heart. So recognize the heart first, and not the mouth and not the standing. So it means when people want to talk, they're always very stubborn. Only recognizing, oh, you say like that, huh? Or you are very stubborn. You only stand on your own way. Stand on the way that you feel is right or wrong. That is your own way. Then there is 无意. Okay, no mind. Mind, the bottom is to understand the original intention. 为什么？何谓？ Okay, so 改写多一个字叫何必 Why 何必 Okay, let's look at the word 何必 Now I'm giving you Chinese class, you know. 何 means why. Okay, on the side of the 何 there is a 人字边. It means why. 可 means can. Okay, and 人 means human. Add the human to the can. 可 Okay, right? Which means for all human beings to make it possible, you must understand why. 何必 you see is the hard word with a stroke. Okay, yeah, it has a two meaning. Okay, cutting the heart. Why you need to cut the heart? 何必呢? Why quarrel? Why do like this? Why do like that? Okay, but 必字 itself, one heart means even if the knife stab into the heart, still I do. You understand? So that's why 必 means must. Even if it's so painful that some arrow shoot into your heart, you still must do. 必须,必要,必得. Okay? So when you want to practice Buddhism, we want to understand all people. I cannot treat you really as Asians now because you all go through Western education where you don't really care for elders and you don't really care and respect for your elders and your ancestors, right? Who cares? Right? Yeah. Most of you don't care about your ancestors. You are just white people or somebody who 无理之后 there's only one to care for yourself. Not caring for community, not caring for all that is under heaven. Only care for yourself. Am I right to say that? Huh? Most people are like that now. Okay? So, I don't know, is your fortune or misfortune to have me as your guru or your teacher because I'm a very old-fashioned head. Because you call me old-fashioned, I say I learn from my masters. You understand? So when you are reciting any prayer from now onwards, okay, 所谓的念经, understand it to be the kindness of Buddha who share with us, okay, his experience. So therefore, we must treasure the experience. So we need focus to treasure the experience. When you treasure the experience, you have to focus. 专注于念 精心 okay 念经 okay 就是有一个精心 correct you see use your heart and recite the sutra okay actually if you really want to know then Chinese class is like that I mean that's how my grandfather taught me yeah, I had to learn from a brush and then I had to draw shapes and everything and then had to learn. Unfortunately, I cannot do that for my own children. Nobody, not really interested. Even teach also not interested these days. Okay? So everybody should learn, should want to learn. Okay? And be brave that we admit to our own mistake. Then it's called 为人 Okay, which 人？仁慈的人写下来。On the left means human. On the right is two. Okay? This word has the meaning of having a heart of two humans. That means have a big heart. Compassionate heart, kind heart. Okay? So we must practice to concentrate to have a big, compassionate, kind heart. You understand? Okay? I mean, I know how to say but I don't know how to do. I'm short-tempered and like to scold people. But I have no choice. I better be direct than to... Earlier on, what did I say? If I see you all being rude and not right, should I speak up or should I keep quiet and I practice patience myself? Huh? You say, huh? You say, huh? Oh. Okay. But the bottom line it is love. I have to train myself and all of us together to have this one. Have a heart of two human beings first. That means to think of others. You understand? Okay? Now that this teaching on this topic I've said, then now we pray for those who are missing in the MH370 and also to pray for rain. Yesterday, I being reminded, the Oracle King of Medicine came and said that there's a lot of energy within and without. Okay? I correctly want to translate it as tension within and without. Okay? Which means to say, if you're... Why did I teach this also? I think it just automatically just coincide. There will be tension or people having negative thoughts and this and that if you practice what I said just now. Not have wrong view towards Guru. Not have wrong view or selfish thoughts about each other and this and that. But to have a big heart and work together. You understand? The gist of it is like this. Okay? Because the deity says that when you are not happy, you talk. And you talk to talk with amongst yourself and you talk to outside people. And it harm to the temple and harm to people. Harm to us. All. Not just for some. It will harm to all. Okay? So, it's okay that you don't like me. But I rather you don't like me and I speak the truth and I teach you. Maybe after I die, then people will like me, you know? Right? It's usually the case. After somebody died, then they suddenly become famous. When they're alive, they say, rubbish dump, smelly. You understand? Right? So, harmony is very important. How to have harmony? Understand mind, understand yi, ren, double heart. You understand? Double heart. Ren, sing, double heart. Okay? And chant more sutras. You got a lot of energy to spare, chant sutra. Read, do puja. Do recitation. Everybody have the karma to talk, some energy to talk, maybe 5,000, 10,000 words a day. You know, I've seen many high lamas, they don't talk much, you know. One day when I was young, I asked my guru, Lama, why you don't talk to me? You know what he say? There's no point talking to you because we are not on the same level. Wow. I almost burst out crying, you know. I said, what do you mean by we are not on the same level? He said, number one, you like to talk about food. You like to talk about going to market and what to cook and what's for breakfast, what's for lunch, what's for dinner and this everything. And I'm reciting mantra. By the time I complete my recitation and prayers and my mind for all others, I don't feel like talking anymore. But you talk and talk and talk and talk. So there's nothing very much to talk to you. Better you recite mantra and we connect in heart. Wow. You know, when I talk to my guru, always like that, you know. He say also die, don't say also die. Yeah, my master like that. He said, better you talk, you don't talk, you pray more, then we can connect in heart. This is called a wordless connection. He said, then I say, what do you mean? when I was 16, 17, 18, really very naughty boy. You know what he told me? You know what his reply? Do you know what is called clairvoyance? That means you know the all beings without needing to talk. Do you know how Buddha communicate with all of us? Actually, Buddha talked to all of us, but we are too obscure to hear them. Just like you are too obscure. If I say too much to you, you don't listen and you cannot understand and accept anyway. So I don't talk so much. So if I don't talk so much to you, a few words will mean a lot to you. If I say a lot to you, whatever I say is worthless to you. Wow. So words of my holy guru. So if you want to know how my guru, Jews from Luxembourg say request me to teach him like my guru teach him, he'll die. Many people request me, Lama, please you teach me like your guru teach you. I also want to be Lama like you. If you want to be Lama, you never think of you wanting to be Lama. You want to be Buddha for all beings. If you want to become a Lama, then you end up being the animal Lama. I never wanted to become a Lama. I just wanted to serve my guru. To cook for him, to wash his clothes, sweep his room and everything, to prepare everything for him to do his great work. Right? So I mean this already passed. Only can become Jing experience. And can Nian Jing to go back to the experience that is it becomes alive in my inner world. Correct? When I tell you a story, you are listening. But for me, I'm reliving that moment. You understand? Like the moment how my teacher used to sit on the bed. And my teacher, he loved to eat champa. But his champa is in a bowl and it's dry powder. No? He will take a teaspoon of the dry powder, cup in the mouth, and then drink tea and he mix in his mouth. Ordinary people, you try to put a teaspoon of powder in your mouth, you choke and die. The powder will go down your airway and then it will go up your nose here and then you will just cough and choke. Yeah. But my guru, he's really his power lah. That's why my guru, and I love him. No words can express my love for my gurus. Yeah. So that's why we say Nian Jing, okay, is to summon, okay, our mind to focus on that time. Okay. So that's why when you are chanting, you must feel. You always have a Buddha statue there, right? That it is not Buddha statue. You are not doing you are not like doing as ritual, but you are bringing our human voice in. The glory of Buddha was not because he was Buddha, was because he taught us. You understand? The teachings benefited our heart, our mind. So when we chant, we try to bring ourselves in our own imagination today how Buddha used to sit under a tree and he was teaching. That's why in the sutra always will say, Ananda will say, thus I have heard. Remember, even you look at this one, right? Thus I have heard. That means it's an experience from Ananda. Ananda himself said, thus I have heard. That means it's not fake, it's true. Okay? And we'll always say where Buddha was, in whose company. That means that there is a time, there is a place, and there is a people. Will definitely begin all sutras like that. You understand? Okay? This is very important. This shows that the Buddha is with us. Still with us. And how can the Buddha Dharma can still be with us everywhere? That's why I say, we need to recite out loud the sutras of the Buddha. Mahayana sutras, all other sutras, recite it out loud because that is what gives voice to the teaching to stay long. You understand now? Okay? To recite means 法轮常转. To recite. Okay? Dharma wheel always turning. Okay? So this is very important. We need to recite so that the Dharma will stay. And more and more people who practice and renounce, they will become monks and nuns and they create the Dharma to stay long time. Alright? Now you understand? So when you have these sutra rituals and this and that, then we are doing all this for the sake, not for ourselves now. We have to summon and focus our mind for the sake of all beings. When we have all beings, everybody is there. That means you will also receive benefit. That means you will become a great person. Pray for all that is under heaven. 为天下百姓天下苍生祈福求雨求福 You understand? Right? Automatically, you are doing one deed, but the prayer is for all under heaven, all under the sky, and you will be of a great benefit, great merits. Same action, bigger heart, bigger mind, innumerable results. You understand? So we need to have a big heart, big mind. How to do it? You do this more, think like this more, it will grow. Don't need to know how. You know how camera works? You know how TV works? You know how handphone work? Mobile work? You know? Don't know, yeah? But can use? Right? From big to become small to become big, yeah? Everything, isn't it? Can use? Can use, right? We don't need to know, but we just need to do. It will grow. It will become better. Understand? 我们大家对大家修行互相扶持要有信心，这个就是法轮常转，常随佛学。Okay? Okay? Maybe I let you all have a go toilet break, and then we come back 10 o'clock. Okay? And then we will do this puja, and then after that, set up the table. I can't hear you.
Hello, Rinpoche. I like to request Rinpoche to explain the word 人情情义情字。
情字啊。Next teaching.
Okay.